Hello everybody and welcome to Harvest Moon Save the Homeland, the next Harvest Moon project here on my channel. This game was very highly requested by you guys when I was compiling suggestions for what I should play next. Save the Homeland kept coming up, so I hope that you guys are going to enjoy. Seems to be a bit of a fan favorite. It's also a very simple game, so that should make it a lot of fun to cover. I'm playing this on my PS3. If you weren't fortunate enough to get it on the PS2 in hard copy, it can be bought on the PlayStation Network for $9.99. So if you haven't played this game and you're hoping to pick it up and you enjoy it, then hopefully you will do so, and for those of you who have played and loved the game, I hope that you're going to enjoy the playthrough. A letter from Dad. Do you remember your grandfather's farm? Since he's passed away now, I'm thinking of giving it away. I heard that they're going to start building a theme park next year. There's not much of his belongings left, but I want you to take care of the things that are still there. Also, go around and talk to the townspeople for me. Take care, Dad. The barn. I wonder if there used to be lots of horses and cows here. This must be the silo where you keep the fodder. It seems to be empty now. Is this the chicken coop? It's all dusty and worn down. Speaking of dusty and worn down, this is your humble little shack that you'll be living in. Although it does look kind of cozy. This chest smells old and musty. There's something that looks like a map of the town. I think I'll take it with me. It's a dusty bookshelf. There are lots of books about farming. There's also what appears to be Grandpa's notes. It's a really old TV set, and it looks like there's still electricity. There must be a good way. No, that won't work. But you said... Isn't there a better idea? Unless we find a way, we'll have to move away from here. Ah! Let me go! How can you see us? Who are you? We're the harvest spirits who live here. We're in real trouble if the forest and the lake disappear. We beg you, stop them from building the theme park here. We need your help to protect this place. Accept the request? Of course. I'll help you. Impressive. I'm so impressed. What an admirable young man. Oh, it's the goddess. Goddess. Nice to meet you. I am the Harvest Goddess. I live at the Harvest Goddess Lake. What is your name? Please enter your name. Alright, well, we're going to go with the traditional name that I normally go with when I play a male character, which is Nick. So, Nick, I have a few questions for you. A puppy has been abandoned in the rain. What would you do? I would take him home. Someone has thrown trash on the ground. What would you do? Pick it up. You found someone else's money on the ground. What would you do? Turn it in. What do you think? He's a good person. He seems too good to be true. The goddess is skeptical. You know, I read in a psychology book that in the case of these kinds of questions, who cares? Let's just ask him. You're right. So, please do us this favor. You have been brought to this land as the savior of this town. Yes, it is fate that brought you here. The goddess is making it all up. She's trying to put him under a spell. There's nothing we can do but watch. Nick, could you give this farm a name? I'm pretty limited to the options I have given the limited amount of space that they give me, so let's just go with Green Farm. Because why not? I see. So you wish to call it the Green Farm. That's a lovely name. Whatever your grandfather left should be enough to get you started here. If there's anything you'd like to discuss with me, please visit me at the Harvest Goddess Lake in the forest. I feel that it's important to get along with the people first in order to save this village. Just talk to everyone. I'm sure a path will open for you if you do that. You can find us at the cave beyond here. We'll talk to you later. Thanks! We'll come again. Alright, so we've been given our mission. And as soon as we step outside, there's going to be a little bit more tutorial, so I'll just take the opportunity to talk about a couple of more things first. You can access your menu by pressing Start. You'll start on the second day of spring. You have your basic tools, and they've also given you some seeds, so you have a little bit of a starting point. Your fatigue is determined by the smiley face on the screen. Right now it says that I have a lot of energy, and as time goes on, the smiley face will turn into a frowning face, which is really the only way to indicate your energy level in this game. It's also going to give you the time and your money in this menu, so that's all very straightforward. Like most other Harvest Moon games, there's also a calendar in your house, which is virtually useless in this game because there are no festivals, and as far as I know, you don't really have to worry too much about birthdays either. So if you want to know the date, just either go ahead and look on your menu, or you can look at the calendar if you're really planning on doing any sort of planning ahead. If you want to look at your grandpa's note that he left, he's basically just going over what I just told you about what to do when you open the menu and whatnot. Just a little bit more tutorial if you need that. You can turn on your TV to get the weather forecast, which is the most important thing you want to remember to check each day if you have animals. There's also a couple other channels, just miscellaneous things if you want to watch them for whatever reason. There's also a little message on the dresser, which again just sort of tells you what I just told you about the TV and how to change the channels. He'll also tell us about our diary, which is next to our bed. And he's going to tell us about the map, which I actually didn't talk about. If you press select, you can see the map, and if you use the directional pad or you use the stick, you can go over top of all the buildings, so you can press A or X and see what everything is. It's not a very good map. You'll probably just have to sort of feel your way around until you memorize all of the different locations. And as for your house, that's pretty much it. Like I said, you kind of live in a humble little shack. You can only save at the end of a day. If you save in the middle of the day, you'll automatically go to sleep, which means that you'll skip the rest of the day. So you definitely don't want to do that, and that's something to keep in mind. So if you feel like you might screw up, it's recommended to save at the beginning of the day, just because you won't have the opportunity to save in the middle of a day. I think that's pretty much it for tutorial for the time being. Like I said, the harvest sprites are going to come back and teach us a little bit more about our farm when we leave the house, so I'm going to leave that for the next video. Sorry about the first couple of videos being all the boring tutorial stuff, but hopefully we'll get around to playing and some of the fun stuff in a couple more videos. Thank you guys for watching the first episode of Harvest Moon Save the Homeland. I hope you guys will be sticking around for the remainder of this playthrough, and I hope that I will see you then.